Hello. Welcome to the Afrocentric Woman. I've missed you, ladies. Um, what am I doing? Well, I was online shopping. I just ordered a part of Teddy's Christmas gift, and I was about to get him something else. Um, I think I'll save it for Valentine's Day. I don't think I'm gonna. I just don't want to do team too much. I asked him what he wanted for Christmas, and he was like 100 kisses. Like, okay. Okay, you want 100 kisses? I got you. And of course, he wants me wrapped in a bow. So the bar, is very easy to cross that threshold to make sure he's squared away for Christmas. And I sent him my Christmas part of my Christmas list last night, but I left off a piece of jewelry that I wanted. And so I sent that this morning. And he was like, oh, yay. Happy to get my Christmas list. I'm so happy that you're happy to get my Christmas list, honey. And I'm already like, what do I want for Valentine's Day? I know, like, I'm already like getting to Valentine's Day and I'm gonna start looking. I think I want something from Cartier. I just don't know what. Because I already have something on my Christmas list from there, but I know I would like, I'm thinking a bracelet. I think I want like a classic Cartier bracelet for Valentine's Day. Or yeah, maybe some earrings. I don't know. I'm trying to decide. Oh, I miss y'all so much, Josie. I miss y'all so much. I have so much in my mind, like that I want to share with you ladies and thinking about next year and like pushing forward. I definitely know that this channel is not going to be an arguing channel. This is not going to be a channel where we invite Dusties on the panel. This is not going to be a channel where we sit up and talk about dusty men because listen, you ladies already have encountered dust. Like you've already encountered dust. You already know what it looks like. You know that it's very annoying, it's a time waster. So why are we going to use our time to sit up and just talk about dusties for like hours and hours and hours and hours when we could be talking about getting to this bag, okay, getting our Christmas list and Valentine's, spring cleaning trips, okay, because we're about to plan a trip. I think we said we were going to do something cold and then something hot. So I'm thinking we're going to do a ski lodge somewhere and then we're going to go to Cabo at some point in time, like sometime soon. Because Teddy has his passport. Like, Teddy, he's been working so hard. And I'm like, you haven't been there. You haven't been there. He's like, no. Okay, well, let's go. So we're planning trips, okay? And I'm looking at jewelry right now on Cartier. What do I want for Valentine's Day? I do not have time, and I don't think it's a good use of y'all's ladies' times either for us to sit up and talk about Dusties. Like what at the okay, let's say we talk about Dusties for 2 hours. At the end of the 2 hours, what will we what how will I have benefited your life? How? Let's say we invite Dusties to the panel, we argue back and forth with them for like 3 hours. At the end of the day, you're tired, your cortisol is up, you're stressed out, you're triggered, and they're still dusty at the end of this exchange. What did you accomplish at the end of that 2 years? I mean, pardon me, 2 hours. What? And that's why we're not about to do that over here because you ladies need to get your accounts up, get your gifts up, go on some fabulous dates, and enjoy your life. You have breath in your body, and you should be enjoying it. But I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm all a little bit all over the place. There's also this really cute like necklace, this like pendant and necklace set at Tiffany's that I really liked. I don't know. Maybe I I like to give options. I think what I'll do is I'll probably send him like a few options. I'll probably send some stuff. I'm like I'm assuming Christmas is already in the bag, so I'm not about to I already took care of that list. So I'm not about to stress about Christmas. I'm thinking about Valentine's Day now. So I'm probably gonna send him like a couple of things from Cartier and a couple of things from Tiffany's, and he can pick which one he wants to get. That way he has options. Um, but yeah, ladies, oh my God, there's just so much on my mind, so much I want to share. I started there's a video posted on the community tab that you can check out of a woman named Lady Renee who's sharing her story about dealing with a narcissist. And it's just like I could relate to so much of what she was talking about in the video. And, I maybe, we can spend a little bit of time really breaking that video down and sharing things about that video because um the thing about Black men, no matter where they are, is that there's a recurring theme. It could be in the church, it could be in sororities, it could be a part of fraternities, it could be in a multi-level marketing scheme, it could be in different religious sects, it could be in higher education, it could be wherever. It doesn't matter. Like the theme is the same. Like this guy who she's talking about, her ex-husband, behaves no different than the regular corner dude. The only difference is that he has more access to be abusive to more people. These guys slither in. This guy was a teacher. He was abusing children at the school. And this is the thing when we talk about Black, oh, get you need a Black male influence. That's the problem. You need to, get a coach, get a mentor, get a Black male teacher. Well, yeah, you could, but like look what happens when you do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure some of the women who were single mothers who were exposing their children to this guy thought that they were doing a good thing by having a quote positive male influence. But look what happened. This guy abused dozens of children. Like everything's coming out now that this woman is speaking. The young people are feeling more comfortable telling their story and exposing this guy for having abused them when he was a high school teacher, and all the abuse that happened at the church, and I'm glad that church people are speaking up about the about the deviancy and the evilness that's embedded in these narcissistic leaders in the church. And we can talk about it because narcissists are particularly uh, attracted to the church because they have a lot of control over people. People don't question pastors. People don't question ministers. All you have to do is do whatever you want to do and say that the Lord told you to do it, or you got a prophecy from on up high, or you had a vision, and people won't question you. And people are blindly, loyal to their religious leaders. And these people in cloak all kinds of deviancy and religious jargon, and they twist scriptures, and they mold everything to where they want the way to for it to fit them, and people do it. And this woman, I mean, it's just like the common themes of what we've been talking about in other uh areas. Everything she hits on, everything. The fact that she was holding up the family, being evicted, being toted from place to place to place, and this guy is only concerned with what people think at the church. I can relate to that. I can relate to that. I've been in situations where your house is in complete turmoil and the guy is only concerned about what people think. What does it look like? What is the appearance? And it's like Black women, no matter what, whether they're in the church or in the whatever, are holding up the entire family. They're holding everything together, everything that looks good, the house, the children being put together, the children, getting where they need to go, having proper clothes, having food on the table, and all of this and that. These women who are married to these so-called good black men, they're doing it all. They're doing it all. Like, they're literally all the weight of the family is on their back. And this woman, if you listen to her story, you will hear that's exactly what was happening with her. The so-called first lady of a church, but she's doing everything. She's everything that's keeping the church together. It's her. She's doing everything. Everything with the family is her. She's doing everything. You know, only difference between her and me is I left a lot sooner because, I am not, I'm no longer in the church and I don't care about the title of wife. Doesn't mean, wife to me really doesn't mean anything. Like, what kind of a wife are you is what my real question is. Like, marriage is great, but what kind of marriage do you have? Being a wife is great, but what kind of wife are you? Are you a taken care of? Are you getting taken care of? Are you just a wife for being a wife's sake, just for the title? Hey, Cozy, I'm doing good. So funny what you said about the Dusties. I noticed I rarely comment on your videos because they know you won't give them attention. They need black women's attention. Yeah, Sunny. So the thing about and I have a video. I think I have a video recorded that I haven't published. I have a video that I recorded a while ago called "How to Be Uninteresting to Narcissist." I've had a handful of Dusties make some comments about me, but I never acknowledge them. I don't go back and forth with them. I don't go toe to toe, blow for blow with them. I don't get down into the pig pen and sling mud with them. I just stay on my throne and look at them wallowing in their filth, and I just stay up here and keep going on my lavish dates and getting treated wonderfully by my honey and let them be lonely and and miserable, pretty much. So some of these, like, I think people, a lot of women, in person and online, think that they're sort of like teaching these Dusties a lesson by cursing them out and getting all riled up and all this and that. When in fact, you're really not actually, because they want you to cuss them out. Actually, they desire to be cussed out because they don't have any female attention at all in their lives. Like, literally, they have no female attention. Nobody cares about them. I'm just referring back to the Lady Renee's video. Uh, you know, when when the guy got sick, his family didn't even call him, not even his own family. So these people are unwanted a lot of ways, like even by their own family. They don't really have any friends. They definitely don't have any women of high caliber who are going to talk to them. And so when they come online and they say inflammatory things and they want these like really beautiful women to like curse them out, they want intelligent women to argue with them. And that's very satisfactory to them. Like, they get a sense of satisfaction from having like upset you. Um, and they don't have any desire to change. They're not coming to your channel to learn anything. They're not coming to your channel to understand your perspective. They are not coming to your channel to inquire about Black women's grievances. They're not coming to your channel to attempt to connect on any type of human level. They're coming to your channel to antagonize you and to upset you and to argue with you. And so, you think, not you, but like certain women think that they're doing, they're like, they're like avenging themselves or somehow, doing, speaking their mind by like arguing with these Dusties when actually, like, you're really not. And every time you sit up here and react so, passionately, when you react so passionately to these Dusties, it incentivizes them to up the ante on antagonizing, right? So they can just keep up leveling, like what type of like inflammatory comments and uh, is matter online for years. Like I'd like to see you live on that are uplifting, things that bring a smile to your face, things that will, enrich your life. Because I've said like 1,000 times, like I'm not divested, but the divested women be the ones arguing with these dusties the most. Like I'm like, girl, if this what your divestment looks like, I'll pass. She's playing with her dolls or something. And so she's like playing like different characters. A framing femininity. Yes, Dusties do feed on anger. Yeah, I mean, they love attention. Like they just love when you have a strong reaction to them. I think it brings them a deep sense of satisfaction. So yeah, I do have like comments out. There was someone like harassing me in my Insta, but that has subsided. And yeah, so I'm really lucky. I mean, I feel grateful that I really don't um attract too much of that, just for the simple fact that I'm just very matter of fact about stuff. Like when they have slithered over here, I'm just super matter of fact about things. And honestly, like I don't want to convince them to be with black women, or I don't want to convince them to like treat black women good. The only thing I really advocated is for you to go your own way. Like leave us alone, go your own way, like get the preference, like do what you want. We're good over here, like goodbye, like we're divorced, like it's finalized, like bye. And I mean, and honestly, with an attitude like that, like what is the argument? You're saying I'm undesirable, I've hit the wall, I'm all these things. Okay, sure, I understand your perspective. So go find what you want. Go find what you want. I'm not going to argue with you that I haven't hit the wall and that I'm desirable. I don't give a shit what the fuck you think about me. I don't care. Like, I don't care. You have to understand, like, sometimes I wake up with Cash App. Sometimes I wake up with, honey, do you want to go shopping? I just, if this is what undesirable looks like, it's great. If this is what hitting the wall is, this is a great wall to be on. This is a luxury wall that I've hit. How about that? This is a platinum bedazzled magical wall. And it is wonderful over here. Like I love this wall. This golden wall. I sit on the wall, I lay up against the wall. The wall, has like cashmere and like silk, and it's great over here. I love this wall. This is a magical wall. And I love it. I'm so glad I hit this wall. This is the best wall to have hit in the world. Okay? I'm enjoying this luxury wall over here, baby. I'm trying to figure out who I want to go out with tonight because Teddy's busy. So we're not exclusive, just to let you know. Teddy and I are not exclusive. So I can still date whoever I want. And I had, this guy sent me dinner reservations for tonight at this steakhouse, but I'm not going to go. I'm like, no. The good thing about Teddy is like Teddy is amazing. And then the other thing about Teddy is that it's making it harder for everybody else because my standards my standards have gone up even more. Like, I'm just used to, like, better treatment, and I'm used to, like, Teddy, he's the type of guy, like, if I go to the bathroom and I come back to dinner, he stands up every single time. Like, he stands up, he pulls my chair out. Um, Teddy's the type of guy where I'm like, "I don't know if I want asparagus or if I want mashed potatoes." He's like, "We'll have both." "Do you want a bottle?" Like, he's that kinda guy, so, it's making it more difficult for me to date other men because I am just used to better treatment, you know what I'm saying? So, this man, I mean, he will okay, if we have dinner reservation somewhere, this man will pass the area that, like, or the restaurant, come pick me up and go back. Most lazy men will be like, "Oh, meet me there," right? Most lazy men. But he will come past the restaurant, pick me up, take me to the restaurant, and bring me back home. Like, that's the kinda guy he is. So, you know, it's just making it hard. It's making it hard for me to entertain other men. I unmatch very quickly. I disengage very quickly because I just once you get to, like, you just can't go back. Like, how can I possibly go back to dust, or not even dust, because it's not like these guys are dusty. It's just like average treatment. Like, I can't imagine going back. I don't want to. But I know, like, since we're not, exclusive, and we may never, I don't know. I don't wanna make any predictions. I'm not, like, banking on, like, "Oh, this is my guy, we're gonna get married." I'm not banking on any of that, I'm just living in the moment. But, so therefore, I need to entertain a roster, right? So, this guy, he sent me reservations for the steakhouse. Like, he sent me a screenshot that he made reservations at the steakhouse for today, but he hasn't confirmed with me, like, any day. He hasn't inquired about anything, like, nothing, like, "Oh, I'll meet you at the door," or "Shall I get your door? Do you how would you like me to pick you up?" Or, he hasn't inquired about transportation. He hasn't inquired about anything. And when a man sets a date with me, I don't confirm with him. I don't I don't initiate conversation about the date. I will say, like, "Hi, how are you?" or "Good morning," but I won't be like, "Oh, so we're still going out on Saturday?" I will never do that. So I kind of wait for the man to say, "Oh my gosh, I'm really looking forward to seeing you on Saturday." And kind of going over last minute details with me. So the fact that he didn't do that, and I reached out this morning, like, "Hey, good morning," and he's just like acting like nothing's going on. And then he's like, "What are you doing today?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm probably gonna go shopping and then go out to eat and do this and go to a lounge or something." "Oh man, I thought we were going out." "Well, I thought we were too." And, until blah, 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 we go back and forth. And ultimately, I just don't want to go. I just don't want to go. Um, I just don't get a good feeling about it. I just don't like someone who is matter of fact about me, or just like, I don't know. I would prefer someone to be head over heels, like, excited about me, rather than, whatever. Maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't. Um, so I'm not going. And then this other guy wants to take me out tonight, but I need to evaluate that. I'll probably speak with him. And the restaurant he offered is okay. I may go out with him and then go freestyle. But I don't know. I'll talk to him and see if I even want to go. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go. And then one of my throwbacks is back. And I'm like, well, if you want to, give me a dress, then I'll meet you. But other than that, I'm not going. It won't be today. It'll be sometime next week, but definitely need something. I'm not gonna just like meet him. No. What else? So yeah, so that's why I canceled. And so I had a date with a Scandinavian guy. Scandinavian women, like they have told me, like European women in general have told me that Scandinavian men are really cheap. And yeah, it's pretty true. This guy is cheap and socially awkward. Um, yeah, I don't really foresee anything coming out of that. I don't think we're compatible because I don't really get along very well with cheap men. I mean, if he wants to be less cheap, maybe, but I mean, other than that, I'm not going out with him again. He's very lazy as well. He's very laid back. I think he prefers a woman to chase him. He was like, "Oh, dating in Asia was so easy," and I'm like, "Well, Asian women are aggressive. Like, you're not in Asia. You're in America." So, you know, and plus, like, you're trying to get a traditional woman. So, if you want an aggressive woman, then just go back to Asia. Is the best I can tell you. Go to Thailand or Cambodia or something. Like those women are aggressive because you're their ticket out of that country. So yeah, they're going to be very aggressive. So if that's what you want, go over to Cambodia and get you a woman. If you want a traditional woman, then you're in the right place, and that means you have to conduct yourself accordingly. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. And then I went out with this Mexican guy, and I'm definitely not going out with him. He was a huge narcissist. Um, yeah, he was a narcissist, and I'm not going out with him again. Simple as that. We met at a nice restaurant, like one of my favorites. Oh my God, my waiter was so sweet. Like, I literally want to call the restaurant and like dote on him because he was so sweet. It was like a young Latino boy, but he was just amazing. He was just like a really, really, really good server. I didn't finish my food. He was like, "May I box that up for you?" And I'm like, "Oh, thank you. Yeah, definitely." He was such a sweet guy. I mean, like, I hope he gave him a good tip. I forgot to look because normally I'm nosy. I do look and see what my guys tip the servers, but that guy was really good, and I hope he gave him a good tip. Because when you get exceptional service, like it just like stands out, and I'll remember it. He was a really good server. It was great food. Everything was good, but the guy, he was just annoying. He was a narcissist. Um, he was bragging on himself a lot, but like I had a feeling that what he was talking about wasn't true. Supposedly he went to this Ivy League school, but he doesn't sound Ivy League at all. And um, based off of what he was saying when he graduated, I'm not getting Ivy League vibes at all. I think he's a con man because there are, certain guys, they sit up and they listen to us. They listen to like level up channels, dating up channels, hypergamous channels, and they try to fit the bill as to what uh, hypergamous women want. And so they pretty much just package themselves up like in exactly what a hypergamous woman wants, or they tell you those things. And then they try to scam you out of your goods. And then ultimately it's all a sham. It's not really true. But, just leaning on my discernment and leaning on the type of caliber of men that I talk to and I deal with, I can kind of see through it, and I am not getting Ivy League vibes. I'm not getting executive vibes from you at all. I'm just not. No, I'm just not. And then on top of that, you're narcissistic as hell and malignant. I noticed that he was leaning towards being very negative, and I could he was reeling himself in from being negative. He was like working hard to not be negative. In other words, his natural state of being was very negative and pessimistic and antagonistic, but he knows it's a problem. He knows it's off-putting. He knows it's an issue, so he was like trying to reel his own self in. But that's not really a good character trait. That's really not anything to pursue for the simple fact that that's the love bombing stage. And then once he feels comfortable, he's going to let himself be himself, which is negative, antagonistic, and narcissistic. So, l- you know, I would cut my losses. It's just not worth it to me at all. And not to mention, like, everybody's competing with Teddy right now. So that's hard. That's difficult. That's not an easy feat. So of course he came up short. Like, nope, nope. Yep, I'm back. Men with good manners are great. Hey, my world. A lot of men lie about their education. Yeah, and it's so easy to it's so easy to verify that information. It's easy to verify marriage. You can verify education, you can verify employment, you can verify marital status and all of that, when they got divorced or if they're even divorced, all that, you can verify that stuff. So, what can I say? What can I say? I do feel like I've been kind of neglecting my roster. There's just like, I just feel like, oh no, I don't have time for that. No, I don't have time for that. No, I don't have time for that. Maybe I'm just a little bit lazy because I don't like really have to do any type of like random stuff with Teddy. It's like it's very easy. So I definitely don't have the energy to be trying to do backflips for anybody or decipher what anybody wants when he will just tell me, you know, I really want to do this, I really want to see that, or I bought tickets to this, I really want to take you here, I really want to take you there. So that's easier than me like sitting up here trying to coax a date out of anybody else. But yeah, like I do have an out of towner that's been very consistent and sweet, and he wants me to like visit him. Uh um how do I feel about it? I don't know. Like I want to go, but it's just like it's such a freaking orchestration. Like get me out of the state. It's such a like it's just a lot. It's a lot. And so we have talked about, you know, he's like, oh, wow. He knows I'm not staying with him. So he's like, well, I'll put you up in a hotel. And I'm like, all right, okay, that's something. But I feel like if you're putting me up in a hotel and I'm pretty much, if I would be doing the rest of it, then like I'm not going to be spending all my time with you. I'll go out like on a date or two with you, and if I'll go, listen, I'll go out on one date, and then the second date has to include the mall first, and then that will be the second date. But I definitely wouldn't be spending every waking hour with you if all you're doing is taking care of the hotel. Like I'm not doing that. So, um, I don't know. I guess I just need to like organize my life and get some things in place with the business and hire somebody to like manage stuff so that I can comfortably travel. And then of course get my little one situated, and then I'm open to it because I mean I'd like to go to this particular city. It's on my bucket list of places to go. So I want to go, and he's been a sweet, consistent guy, and he's already, he sent me something already. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It's on the horizon. And then Christmas is coming up. So Christmas is coming up. Y'all, when I tell you, okay, so in my city, like when we had like our first like cold couple of days, like we had a like a cold stretch of days. I promise you, I had 10 resurrected dudes hit me up. Hey, how are you? What are you what are you doing? How's life? I'm like, the cold weather sure will bring them back to the yard, won't it? Won't that cold weather bring them back? It'll make them come on back and try to rekindle some things. Listen, I don't think anybody, really nobody has any like major offenses to where they're like blocked. Obviously, they're not blocked if the messages came through to me. They're not blocked. It's just, what do you want? What do you want? Like, I mean, if you disappeared or if you were dismissed or if you were put on ice or if you were put on an archive for some reason or another, that means that you need some type of reconciliation gift in hand. Like, you need to be ready to make things right, put some investment into the situation so I can see that you are serious, that you are going to, be, you know, on good behavior, that you're going to be, a gentleman, you're going to be worth my time, you're going to be worth my attention. What gifts are you bearing, And that's not my Christmas gift. That's just a hello, today is Wednesday gift and something else for Christmas too. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? What do y'all have on y'all's mind? Like, how's life? How have you been? Um, what's going on with y'all? Are y'all out here living life? Are you enjoying life? Um, one of these apps, I think I'm about to get off of it. Oh my gosh. Oh no, you know what? I have this hedge fund guy. Um I have this hedge fund guy who's like been waiting in the wings. Our schedules never our schedules never align. I might just say a little quick hello. I'm managing all my messages on Tinder. Okay, messages. Are you going out on dates? Have any of those materialized to a date? I got off of Tinder. Tinder was a little ghetto for me. I got off of there. But I will say that I have talked to some ladies who use Tinder Gold, and they told me that it's working for them. Because I think when I was using Tinder, I had like Tinder Premium or Tinder something. I know I did pay for it for a while. I don't remember which plan I had, but it was really ghetto. I mean, like, it was a little bit ghetto, but it was also very like hookup-y. Like, hey, let's hook up, you know? And so I got off of Tinder. That isn't to say that a lot of different apps don't have guys who are just simply looking to hook up, but I just found like I wasn't getting any like real quality dates from Tinder. The last guy that I met on Tinder that has been a good guy has, well, I'm not gonna say he's a good guy because he's has does have some trash bags. But I will say like he's been generous to me, you know. That was last year, like I think like last summer-ish. We talk on and off and we've dated and he's done a lot for my daughter. He's done a lot for my daughter. He literally like just took care of like school pictures and outfit and all of that. Like I can just hit him up and be like, "Hey, I got this thing going on," and he will just send me money. Um, that's like the last guy though. Like, and then there was another guy I met on there. Um, he we did end up like doing a little mini shopping thing, but it was just like, he tried to invite me to the movies, and that would have been our like, I think, let me think. I think that would have been our third date. If I could, yeah, 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 our third or fourth date. And I just thought it was really cheap. Like it was like an outdoor movie thing. I'm like, I don't, you know, to me, I'm getting the vibes that you're not even trying, you know, because you didn't even ask me what I want to do. You didn't ask me what I'm in the mood for. You just talking about this old dusty little movie thing. Like, you got the wrong one. I don't want to go. He's like, oh, I can't believe you didn't tell me. Well, I can't believe you invited me here. How about that? I don't know. Like, I don't want to go to the movies on the third date. I think it would have been our third date. And it was just really, to me, it was very low effort. And I'm just not into that. You don't even know what I want to see or even if I want to go to the movies. And I just know. So Tinder, I have not had good luck on Tinder, but like I said, I have talked to plenty of other ladies who have really good luck using Tinder Gold. Since I've been on dates using Tinder Gold, but I gave up the plan for until the holidays as I have enough matches. Okay. There are decent guys, but the ratio is very slim on Tinder. What is the ratio? Like ratio to women to men or what? Or the ratio of successful dates? Do I have any app recommendations? Well, you know, I can give you general recommendations, but what I have noticed from talking, I talk to women about dating all over the country, because of, different spaces I'm in and stuff like that. So, what I can say about the apps is the apps perform very differently based off of what metropolitan area you are in. So, it would be hard for me to tell you, oh, this one for sure, or this one for sure, or that one for sure, because it really just depends on what demographic that you're in. But Bumble is good. Hinge is pretty good. I mean, sometimes Hinge gets ghetto, and sometimes it's like okay, and then sometimes Bumble gets ghetto, and then sometimes it's okay. But with Hinge, you can like set your ethnicity preferences. I think you can with Bumble too, if I'm like, I think you can on Bumble Premium. I think you can set your ethnicity stuff. I don't remember. But I know if you swipe on certain guys, you know what I'm saying? Wink, 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 wink. They will just keep sending you that same kind of guy. So don't base it off of like job or title or education. Base it off of the ethnicity that you prefer. Wink, wink. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if you swipe on those kinds of guys, they just continuously send those guys to you. Okay. Um, so yeah, and then also Match, it's very what would I say? It's very like clunky and buggy, the app is, but if you do date older guys, then it's a good one. It's a good one to like check out. Don't miss out on the app meetup where you meet like-minded people. I've had guys ask me out in person. The men are outside, ladies. Yes, the men are absolutely outside. Get out there. Um, I do a lot of online dating, and I think I've talked about this in earlier videos because of my time. Um, because I usually schedule things like I have to hire a babysitter or a nanny, or I have to like get childcare. I have to like do a lot of stuff. So I don't have as much time to just roam around and freestyle and see what I get or if I don't like meet anybody or not. But I think if you don't have children and um you're, single and don't have children, I think like freestyling is great. Or doing meetups, or even doing some of the ones like some of the single type of event type of things. Because I know they have like cooking classes, they'll have like painting classes, they'll have what was the other one? Like mixology type of stuff where like you can like make craft cocktails and whatnot. Um or fundraisers. Holiday parties are good. So I would say like look at your local like golf clubs, look at your local like social clubs and see what holiday parties they have. See what Um, what's the other one? Like fundraisers are also good, and you'll be able to kind of see where you can get in, where you fit in. You understand? For the ladies who are, don't have children, I would highly suggest like incorporating more freestyling. I do freestyle, but I do very little. I do very little freestyling. For the simple fact of time. Just for the simple fact of time. Now I did go freestyle like 2 weeks ago. And girl, I was not even ready. I was like, "Oh God, I need to go level up some more. I'm not even ready for this crowd." I was like a little kid. Like I felt so I felt so awkward, and I normally don't feel awkward, but I felt so freaking awkward. It was like this super ritzy place. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. One of my girlfriends went up there and she just kind of mentioned it offhand. And I was like, okay, well, let me go up there. And yeah, I just happened to have a free weekend. So I ended up freestyling there. I went somewhere else. And the next day, did I see Teddy? Let me think. Um, yeah. Okay, yeah. The next day I saw Teddy. Yeah, the next day Teddy and I had dinner reservations. So like that night I went out freestyling. And that first place I went to, baby, I was like, okay, I need to look for another hair. Like, I need a hairstylist. Like, I need to go ahead and like do the rest of the stuff I said I was going to do. I need another handbag, like my shoes, like everything. No, no, different outfit. Nope. Okay, I'm going to go back to that restaurant slash bar, but when I go back, I have to be like more leveled up than what I am. Okay. When I tell y'all, when I tell y'all, like, this place was just like all the women were extremely leveled up. All of them. Okay. Even the servers. Like, I looked okay, I looked cute, but I just wasn't cute enough for that for that venue. I was like, this dress is nice, but this dress is not quite like fitting in here. I need a different dress. Like, I will say for that place, I would say sophisticated, like modest, sophisticated, but like very put together. You know what I'm saying? Like think layers, think um, fashion, that kind of thing. Like I'll when I go back, I'll let y'all know how how it goes. The first time was a disaster. But I mean, if I look at the bright side, I guess I could say it was good to people watch. You know, if I go back, I know that I would probably make reservations at the bar and probably go like when guys are getting off of work, like if they just want to come and like watch the game or like have a drink, like I would probably do maybe like 5:36, um, book reservations and then maybe like have a girlfriend because I know they're like, oh, freestyle alone, freestyle alone. But I think for that place, it's probably better to go with a girlfriend or two and get a place at the bar and book your reservations like around when guys are getting off of work because it's like not far from the financial district. Um, and also the hospital district. So lots of wealthy guys coming in there before they go home. Like they'll just go in there and stop in there and grab something to eat or get a drink and stay into when the dinner crowd is starting to come. So like get there like 5:36 and then stay through like 6 to 7:30 ish, going closer to 8. So now I have a game plan about how I can maneuver that space. I was not prepared. I was not ready. I parked in the wrong. Looking at me like, why are you over here? Because like I parked like where the valet people like take the cars. It was just it was very awkward and clunky and lots of like bumps in the road of freestyling there. But, there's no way to learn if you don't go. There's no way to learn and there's no way to figure out how it can work if you don't actually get out there and go. You got to get out there. Um, Learning IT says, if you are child free, please go outside. A lot of men are tired of being inside and they're going out now. Yeah, you're right, Learning IT, they are. They're out there, they're mingling. Um, I asked Teddy, Teddy and I met online, but I asked him, I was like, if you met me in person, would you have approached me? And he was like, I don't know. I would be a little intimidated. He was like, I would if you gave me a sign it was okay. Like if you made it okay, then I definitely would. You're so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. He always dotes on me. But so with guys of like white guys, with white guys, you have to like kind of give them a bit of an overt, um, you have to give them like an overt signal that you would like to entertain a conversation with them. You have to kind of be a little bit more like hi or wink at them or smile at them or something so that they know that they can come up to you and talk to you. So I thought that was sweet. Can you set a minimum amount of education level? Okay, so you're talking about the dating app. On Hinge you can, and on Bumble you can too. Yeah, I think I have mine set for I had it set for graduate degree, but I changed it back to undergrad. But I think you can set it for that. And for Hinge, I'm pretty sure you can. Because I think my Hinge is set for graduate degree only, I think. And then I think you can with Match too. I think you can do that. Yeah, I think you can do that with that too. But honestly, like some of my most generous guys have not even had a graduate degree. Like the guy I was just telling you about that, like, has done a lot for my daughter. He doesn't have a graduate degree. He's in school now to get it, but he has a lot of certifications in like a very lucrative field. So his certifications are more lucrative than a graduate degree. So, you can always try and experiment and see how it goes. See what you get, see what you find, see what you connect with, and then make adjustments accordingly. I did randomly meet a few wealthy people at a cultural event where I happened to know the artist. None available and really old, but I could practice my skills at noticing subtle flexes. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's good to practice talking to wealthy people, talking to wealthy men, even if it's not romantic. It could just be about other connections, finding out what's going on in your town, getting any type of advice from them, or just knowing what's important to them. Like you kind of know what people care about and what's important to them, like what's on their mind, by talking to them. And so when you're leveling up and you're getting more comfortable navigating wealthy spaces and um, interfacing with wealthy people, it's good to get out there and talk, even if it's like not romantically motivated. They're not in the market to date, or they're not looking for anything like that, or they're not available, just to chat and to just be in the space and just build up your comfort. Because I've talked over and over in other videos about practicing talking to men, because that's like one of the big hurdles that we've had with some of the subscribership. And I guess like with just some of us Black women in general, it's just knowing how to talk to men and feeling comfortable talking with them, because that is your ticket to knowing how to talk to them is your ticket to investment. Okay. It's not, of course, it's not about, rolling around in the bed. It's about conversing over dinner, okay, and drinks and text messaging and, you know, building rapport. That's where the investment comes in. So practice makes perfect, practice makes you feel comfortable, and it's like the more and more you do it, the more and more comfortable you get. And I was just thinking earlier today also, like with my investing, like I was logging into my investment account today, and it's just amazing how much more comfortable I feel um with it. When I started off, like I just felt, you feel awkward, you feel weird, you feel like you're in the dark about so much because there's so many things that you don't know about stocks and bonds and mutual funds and IRAs and money market accounts and money market funds and all these different things. And it's like you can't learn it all in one day, and I most certainly haven't, and I most certainly didn't. But constantly logging into the account, consistently, and looking at the charts, looking at the trends, reading the articles that's inside the investment account that's related to different companies that you are invested in. When there's something that I don't know, I just look up that one thing and be able to compare, okay, well, what do I want to do? The IRA, the Roth, the this, the that. And you just learn it, a little bit at a time. And so it's similar, with men. Like you just keep on having conversations and you just get better and better at it. You just get better and better at it. Because, yeah, there's like ladies who will send me conversations, and I try to be honest. I don't like, I don't mean to be so blunt, but I will be like, girl, you messed it up. Like that's where you messed up right there. That's where you messed up. So, I would abort that mission. That's not a good target. Just let it go. And it's like sometimes women will, like, if there's another woman who will tell you how to resurrect a dusty situation, she will like that response better because you don't want to hear my response is that's a dusty situation. You need to get out of it, move on to the next target. Next target, please. Next potential, next target. You don't want to hear that. You want to hear, oh, well, just keep on talking to him, girl. He might come around, or yeah, I know he's not really trying to take you on a date, but go ahead and keep, I'm not gonna do that. I will either tell you the truth or I won't say anything at all, but I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear just for the sake of that's what you want to hear to please you, because I'm not going to co-sign any of any woman that's connected with me. I'm not going to co-sign you dealing with dust or dealing in a dusty situation, or if you cannot foresee that it's going down Dustville, I will let you know. Like I have the foresight to tell you like that's not going anywhere. That's not a good use of your time. And that's why I was saying like it's I've been so ruthless with my like cutoff game because I'm dealing in a situation that's very easy. You know, I'm dealing in a situation that's very easy with Teddy. And how did I get here? I got here through leveling up and through refinement and through being graceful and beautiful and charming and alluring and um, enticing and engaging. And that's how I got here. And so, and also having very high standards and not dealing with dust and like pretty much communicating what you desire and like connecting with the man who wants to please you. Now, when it comes to finding a man that wants to please you, that doesn't really have anything to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say there's a man who meets you and he like you look okay to him, like you're really like you're doable, right? You're good enough. So he'll do the bare minimum to keep you around. Um, he feels like, meh, I could take her, I could leave her, whatever. Okay, so if a man has an attitude about you of like he could take it, he could leave it, it don't matter, you look good enough, he'll if you'll give him some ass, he'll take it. There's nothing that you can do to make him want to please you. Nothing you can do. Nothing. Nothing you can do. So you're better off from a resource standpoint, you're better off finding a man who has a desire from within himself to please you. There's something in him that wants to impress you. There's something in him that wants to please you. There's something in him that wants to work harder. Like, since I met Teddy, he started working harder. And, that's a good sign. When a man is motivated from a woman, he should want to make more money. If he's relaxing more after meeting you, like not wanting to work, like not wanting to like in, increase his business, he's not looking at a promotion. He should want, when he meets you, he should want to get a promotion, because he should want, like, I would like to take her to Venice, but I need more money to do it. So let me try to get this promotion, or like let me try to do this. Or he should naturally want to make more money when he meets you. That's a good sign. If he wants to make more money when he meets you, that's a good sign. If he becomes more lazy, that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. Yeah, it's not a good sign. No, he should want to make more money. He should be motivated at work. He should have some pep in his step. He should be getting there early and staying late. Okay. He should be trying to think of different ideas naturally, not because you told him to do, or not because you told him that's your expectation, or because you told him this is the way you got to do it like this. Naturally. And these are the things that you just observing, as a woman, just sitting and observing what he's doing, how he's moving, how he's responding to you. um what do you elicit from him? Do you elicit motivation to strive, like he's striving to do something nice for you, like, oh, I got you this, I brought you flowers, I'm da 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 da, I picked a nice restaurant, I was listening to you and I heard that you like tulips and here they are, that kind of a thing. So you go on less dates, but the dates are higher quality. You deal with less men, but the men are higher quality, as opposed to doing a bunch of acrobatics. Because, yeah, I mean, like, I could, like, yeah, I know some acrobatics to get, Dusties to like do. Yes, I've like ran little schemes and scams and stuff to get stuff out of Dusties, but it's just too much work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much work, because like sometimes the Dusty will do something and you'll feel like, that was too much, or like, or they'll promise something and then, you end up spending time and they had absolutely no intention of like um following through on what they said. So now you have to scam them, right? Now you got to scam them to get what was promised to you. You got to scam and scheme, and I've done it. And it's annoying. Like, I don't want to scam and scheme to get what you said you were going to get me. Like, I don't want to do all that. It's hard work. That's why they call them tricks. Like, literally, you have to trick them because they're tricking you. So you got to trick each other. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe the tricks and the scams will teach you how, it'll help you appreciate when you do get a situation where you don't have to like do all that work. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just trying to see the bright side of it, but I can just say that it's just better from my vantage point to find someone that's easy, and someone who's genuinely motivated and attracted to you, motivated by you, they feel inspired by you, and they and it just happens naturally, rather than trying to scam something better, or trying to like push a push a guy out of his comfort zone, or like pushing him to do more or whatever. Let me see what else y'all talking about up in here. I really like the tip about having brunch at the country club. I was super nervous because everyone else knew each other, but it was a good practice and I was more confident at the cultural event. Oh, good. Sissy, I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad that brunch at the country club went well. That would be great. I try those apps and see if they're more efficient than Tinder. Yeah, try them out. Um, because I don't know. Like, I think you might have messaged me somewhere. I don't know if it was in the Discord or on the page about all your Tinder matches, but it just seemed a bit to me of like a bit overwhelming. Like, you know, I would try to like figure out how to kind of like have less matches to vet, because vetting, it takes energy, even the visual vetting, looking at the pictures, looking at like where are they, what kind of clothes do they have on, what kind of haircut do they have, are they, how are they carrying themselves, what are they writing about, those kinds of things. That takes time and energy. So there's no way I would be wanting to vet hundreds of men. Like that's a lot. So I would try to figure out a way to have less work to do. Y'all know I like comfort and easy stuff. I prefer moving on. It's awkward if a guy is lazy. Yes. I love your honesty in the Discord. I've been attracting less dusty since refining my bio thanks to you. Hey, I'm dabbing on it, girl. I'm dabbing. I'm dabbing. I'm dabbing. I'm dabbing in honor of framing femininity. Okay. Okay. So about the Discord, y'all. I decided the main Discord thread I'm devoting to people who are actively dating, because I just like, there's other people doing other things. There's other people talking about like, pop, like current events and and like makeup and hair and other stuff. And I don't I don't have the capacity to provide a lot of support in a lot of other areas. So I'm just going to focus on the women who are actively dating. So if you're thinking about dating next year, that's fine. Don't join the Discord until you're already dating. Okay? And I'm not saying like I don't want you on the Discord. I'm just saying I'm only supporting women who are actively dating right now on this particular Discord thread. I'm Who knows what'll happen in the future. Uh, who knows? But right now, my capacity is limited, and I just want to focus on the women who are actively dating. So congratulations to you, framing femininity. I'm so glad that the tips are working and you're attracting higher quality men. There's another lady in the Discord. We had a private thread where she has upgraded her bio and her pics and stuff as well, and things are going good for her. So that's what I'm focusing on right now, the active dating. Okay. Because there's been a couple ladies who've been very young, who 18, 19, and I'm really not the best person to provide dating advice for 18 and 19-year-olds, because um like you really can't do the type of dating that I do. I date older men, and you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of other things. And so you probably just need to like focus on like going on stuff on campus and you know what I mean? And focus on your studies. And I think, later down the line, you know, join. But this isn't that it's not the best place for someone in college, just to be frank with you ladies. This is not the best place. I don't soak up the game, because eventually you'll be ready to implement this. And I think that, younger ladies can implement some aspects of what I'm saying. Um, Even if you're dating college guys your age, or whatever. But this information is better suited for women in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, who can date older men, and established wealthy men. So there's that. Okay, let's see. Sasha C says, "Preach, girl." I like men who are accommodating. Yes, men who are accommodating are the freaking best. Like, I love it. I have over 3,000 likes and around 70 matches, but most guys are not what I want to date, and it takes too much work. I'd rather have the top 10 only, so it would be less work. Yeah, Sissy, try to finagle your preferences or your like criterion. Try to eliminate some people using technology and see if that will give you a shorter list to vet through, because it is very exhausting to vet these guys. Very exhausting. Oh, she says it was good for her confidence. Yeah, it is good. My Bumble settings are so strict. I don't get a whole lot. Like, I try to check it at least every other day because if I let it go too long, I get a lot of people in my beeline that I have to click through, and check. And like now I'm feeling more confident about being superficial because there's certain superficial things that I have that I like already know. Oh, you've got a beanie on. Oh no, swipe left. Like little things like that. And it seems, trivial and superficial. But every single time I click on there and go through those people that I had a feeling like, no, 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 no. And then I'll go in there and click in there. Literally, like every single time I was right. I was right. It wasn't going to be a good target. And no. So yeah, I feel more confident about um my superficial vetting, initial vetting. And then that helps me get to the, more qualified guys down the line, you know? So there's that. Can I join the Discord? Is there a criteria list? Oh yeah, you can. The way to join the Discord is to send me a message on Instagram, and the criteria is to be actively dating to join that main thread. I mean, I might make a thread. There was another lady in the group that was saying make a thread for like notifications and some other conversations. I want to do it. I'm so stretched thin and I'm already like inconsistent and like I'm here and I'm in and I'm out and I just don't want to start a bunch of things that I won't have the ability to manage. So uh, it's um uh, I would say on the table, okay, to be considered, and it's in my peripheral and I'm open to it as soon as I can. But right now the main thread is for people who are actively dating, and it's probably best suited for those who are not in college, like who have already graduated. Um, Framing Femininity says, yep, the best thing about beginning online dating has been strengthening and learning to trust my intuition. Yes, absolutely. And I think it's really good to give yourself like little high fives, and affirmations. So when your intuition is leading you in the right way, when your gut feeling was right, acknowledge it. Even if you take 3.5 seconds to acknowledge your own intuition, do it because it makes it stronger and it does increase your confidence in yourself as a woman. So take that little moment to give yourself a hug, a high five, or like a yes, or yes, I'm right. Like I'm really in tune with myself. So that way, Tinder does not have any useful filters, only for verified pictures and hobbies. So I'll try something else. Oh man, see, that's what, girl, I couldn't do Tinder. Like, maybe that's why I got off of Tinder. I think, yeah, maybe because I really do like the filters in the other apps. I like the filters in the other apps. And so, yeah, that's why I guess I just kind of gave up on Tinder. It was just too much hookups, too many hookups situations. And so I got off there a while. Oh, it's been a long while. It has been a long while since I've been off of Tinder. Um, yeah. So, okay. Well, I'm happy to have checked in with you ladies today. Just wanted to touch base. I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. I don't know who I'm gonna go out with, but I will figure it out. I will figure it out. I will go somewhere. Bum. Oh my goodness, I have a guy coming in from out of town. He's so cute. He's so cute. I'm scared because I normally don't date like super, super attractive guys. Honestly, I don't. This guy is like he's like a mix between, let me see what celebrities I would say. Um, think Ashton Kutcher mixed with a little bit of Leonardo DiCaprio mixed with a little bit of Matt Damon and like ripped. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. Uh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. He already made reservations at this really popping restaurant that I've been wanting to go to for months. And he already made reservations for us to go there. So I'm excited. I deserve a little eye candy in my life. Why not? Why not? Okay. He's really cute though. He's really cute. He's cute, y'all. Y'all pray for me. I need to be on good behavior. He's super cute. But but yeah, so there's that. So yeah, there's a few little things bubbling here and bubbling there, but I can honestly tell you since I've become a little bit more strict about my engagement criterion, I have way less people to deal with, you know, way less, way less. And I feel okay. I mean, I'm starting, just kind of getting used to it because I'm used to having a more robust roster. I'm used to having like more guys on my roster dealing with like a larger volume of guys. Now I'm dealing with a lot less volume of guys, but higher quality. So there's that. Y'all know another thing I want to talk about soon. I want to talk about the Tobe situation. With his, I don't know if it's his child's mother or his wife or then call her fat. I had this vision. One of my guys does business with a musical artist, and that musical artist is connected to Tobe. And he was telling me about um doing some projects for this artist, and he ended up giving me something that the artist made, and telling me that he had projects that the artist never like came to like retrieve and things like that. And I've thought about this artist, and then I thought about Tobe, and I was like, I just had this vision of him being a trash bag. I was like, man, that guy's such a trash bag. I've always gotten like creepy vibes from him, like weird, like polygamous weirdo shit from him, but it's never been so blatant. And then, like I said, he brought up the other artists and da 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 da. It made me think of Tobey, and I was like, the first thing that came in my mind was like, he's such a freaking trash bag, and I just filed it away and moved on. And then like the interview came out. The interview came out like maybe two or 3 days later, and so it's so funny because on another channel, Lock Honey Princess, we're talking about like the spiritual aspect of everything and like spiritual connection and having different visions of things. And like I try not to go um I don't know. I try not to be like too like esoterical on this channel because I don't want to alienate, especially like the people who are Christian. Um I don't want to alienate them from the channel or scare them away because they may think like, oh, you're into this or that, and it's unholy, and I don't know. So I really do hold back, but I do like it is a big part of my life, the spirituality and like having visions and like intuit and being intuitive and things like that. So it's just crazy that I had that vision of him being a trash bag, and then the interview came out like 2 days later of him being totally disrespectful to his child's mother on air and demonstrating his pathology for everybody to see. And it's just so prototypical. He is the worst of Nigerian and he is the worst of African American mixed together. He's the worst of both cultures. Is like he's a complete trash bag. And yeah, we should talk about it. I know we know, but I do think that there may be other women who are still caught up in black male worship who need to see how black men feel about us. including the child of his mother, the woman who almost died, to allow him to live on, and how little regard he has for her and how disrespectful he was. And like, it's just so common. It's so common, but we need to keep calling it out. Um, One thing that I can say about the collective of Black women is that I am incredibly proud of where we're going. I'm incredibly proud of where we've come around self preservation. There's a group that I'm in that was full of pick me's and mammies, not on YouTube, a different group on Facebook. And to the point where it was just nauseating to go on the page. And I dipped over there the other day because I logged into that particular Facebook account, and I can honestly say, to see so many Black women, including Generation Xers, being honest about the trash bag posts. Like, there's one guy who was like, "Oh, Black women don't know how to be wives, and uh, where are y'all learning? Y'all need to go and learn how to be better wives," or some shit like that. There were so many Black women holding his ass to task. Like, well, where's your wife? Why aren't you married? Black men don't want to be married. Black men don't covet marriage. They don't covet family. Where's your husband school? Like, why aren't you learning how to be a better husband? Why aren't you on here talking to men about being better men? Like, the women were so honest. And there were like maybe one or two mammies, but honestly, the majority of the conversation were just Black women being honest. Like, the fuck? I'm not like, you're not about to con me. We used to fall for the I would marry only if only I found the right one. No, you're not looking for the right one. You're not looking for the right one. You don't want to be married. You don't value marriage. You don't even want to be married. And you're a trash bag. You don't have anything to offer anyway. And so, and it's not just that space, it's multiple spaces. I think there was even something in the shade room where Black women were like, "Up, same Black man, why haven't you got picked? You're being a pick me," or "Oh, where's your cape?" In the shade room, and the shade room is full of pick me's. So we are moving forward, and I know it can be incredibly frustrating, um to meet Black women where they are, and to continue to have these dialogues, and to continue to encourage Black women to be self-preserving. But I think that we need to honor the progress that we have made. Yeah, of course, we have a long way to go, but I think that we need to just acknowledge where we've come from. We've even got, like I said, even a lot of the older generation Xers no longer being the cover for Black male degeneracy, not making excuses for their degeneracy, and recognizing that no, actually, yeah, I'm not saying that we don't have our faults, but we're not the main problem. You guys are. And your mindset is unique to you. Okay? No other male group behaves like this. No other male group behaves like this. And so it's not us, it's you. We tend to, women are women are women. Women want to be taken care of, women want to be provided for, women want comfort, women want a safe environment, they want things for their children, or they want things for themselves, they want to be safe. Women are women are women, regardless of the race or ethnicity. They just are who they are. But you guys are unique. Hold on, y'all. Um, hey, Mocha Mommy. Yes, the information about Black women being self-preserving is it's growing. And I also think that we okay, so I was in another group where there was this black, and I saved that video. I'll see if I can find it. I need to try to download it from Facebook, but there was this video of this guy of a trash bag, basically discouraging black men from being stepfathers, and saying that single mothers are the devil and all this and type of thing. Oh, you da 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 blah 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 blah. That's very unique to black men. So the group that I'm in is mixed. I mean, like, when I tell you it's mixed, it is mixed. They're women from Middle East, they're Middle Eastern women, they're European women, Asian women, black women, women in the Caribbean, Latino, like the women are from everywhere. And a black woman, who she's with this white guy, she has like 5 kids or something. She has like a lot of kids, and this white guy like is doing everything for her, and she's like living her best freaking life. And so she posted this video of this black man, disparaging single mothers, encouraging other black men, not to be stepfathers. And so the white women were like asking us, like, is this like how really is it is this really the situation, like, do black men think this? And we were like, yes. Like, most of the black women were like, yes, this is how they think, this is how they are, this is the issue. And then they were like, ew, gross, like, I would never want to be with a guy like that. I would never want to be with a guy like that. Like, ew, he's disgusting, he's gross, he's a disgrace. Like, the white women, the Arab women, the Asian women were going in on this black man. So back in the day, black women would have buffered him from the ramifications of his behavior to his preferences. Black women would have stood in the way of letting these white women, Arab women, and Asian women formulate their opinion based off of his actions, based off of his words. Black women would interject themselves and become the buffer, become the cover, become the lie, be a part of the con of their delusion and cosplay, and be like, oh no, he's a king. Oh no, he didn't mean it like that. Oh, the black man has it so hard. That's why he don't want to be no stepfather. Well, what's really going on is the women aren't choosing. Black women would normally do that. But we're getting into this situation. We're like, no, listen, you want to show the preferences who you are, show them who you are. We're not going to be a part of the con anymore. It is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. It's not my job to clean up your reputation. It's not my job to give you the cliff notes to life. It is not my job to be a guidepost or a GPS for your success. It's not my job to buffer you from your actions. It's not my job to bail you out of jail. It's not my job to send you money on your commissary. It's not my job to make you look good for your preferences. It's not my job to you know, be your PR, what do you call it? Crisis management team and clean up your bad behavior. No, you act badly and you want to show your preferences who you are, show them who you are. Show them who you are. And there were so many black women being honest on the thread. Yep, that's right. Yep, that's how they behave. Yes, that's how they think. There were like very few mammies. I'm not saying that there aren't any mammies or pick me's. They're still out there and they're still going strong. But what I'm saying is that the growing level of black women feeling comfortable telling the truth and understanding that, like, the black community as we see it really is black women. We're the ones starting the businesses. We're the ones raising the children. We're the ones taking care of the elders. We're the ones setting the trends. We're the ones getting investment and all of these things. So really the black community is black women, and black men have told us in 1,000 ways. They've told us in every way but Greek that they're individualistic and they are only in it for themselves, and they're only, they're trying to actually get away from black people and they don't want to be associated with black issues. And so, okay, that's fine. Let's allow that to be just as it is as far as the collective. And then, okay, so if the black community is black women, fine. And the children, fine. Let it be. Just let it be. We're just going to focus on ourselves then. it feels really great to be like disconnected from the degeneracy. For me, it feels amazing. I feel personally that I have a higher self-esteem, that I don't have to be associated with the crime rates and the robberies and the murders and the drug dealing and all of that, because really that's black men. It's not me, and it's not like other black women. You know what I mean? So I think when you get so entrenched in that like trauma and downtroddenness of black male degeneracy, it does affect your self-esteem, because you feel like, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that, or or the community's in turmoil. No, black men are in turmoil. And so if black men are in turmoil and they don't want to get out, then just all right, well then I'm going over here and I'm going to live my best life over here with other like-minded black women. Like, we don't need you for anything, including protection. I think that's probably the biggest fucking joke on the face of the planet, and it's the most asinine talking point. Well, I'm not going to protect you. Sir, I don't need your protection. Are you kidding me? You're the biggest fucking liability on the face of the planet. I don't want to be anywhere near you because you attract drama and trauma and pain. I would prefer to protect myself, actually, or some man on my roster or my own family. Like, I don't see the random average black man as protecting force. I see them as a liability and a danger. So, I would not ever even expect anything out of any of you unless I like vetted you like for years and had a track record and also references of someone who could actually vouch for you, a woman who is not a mammy, if a self-preserving woman can give you a stamp of approval, then I would be willing to entertain you be a decent person. But I just I feel no ways. Like I don't look for that. Like, that's a delusion in their mind. Like, we're women like me, we don't look to you for protection. We have all actually started protecting ourselves. I mean, black women are, purchasing, you know, protecting tools like at the high one of the higher rates in America, because black women are, protecting themselves, installing security systems and doing all kinds of things to protect themselves. So, you know, we may as well. It's like if you were doing everything else, you might as well protect yourself too. You've been providing for yourself, you've been educating yourself, you've been, financially lifting yourself out of poverty and all of this. Well, then we might as well protect ourselves too. Might as well, and we're doing it. And of course, if you get into a relationship, then, that could, your husband and, or boyfriend or male partner can join your security team. But I mean, I have a general acceptance that I protect myself. I definitely don't look to the collective of black men to protect me or other black women. So, okay. 1 in 5 black women telling the truth is enough to open their eyes. Statistics can be Googled. Tired of hiding their dirty laundry. Yeah, and we're not doing that anymore. Okay, I gotta go do lunch for the little one, and I gotta go. But it's been good chatting with y'all. I missed y'all so much, and we'll talk soon. If you want to join the Discord, send me a message on Instagram. All right, bye.